So yeah, we fixed the Oh, I didn't finish it yesterday. There are some slight issues with the movement right now. So we can use this arrow to kind of determine where we want to dash, but it's still a little laggy, or not laggy. It's just a little buggy. And I'm also not entirely sure if I like this. Basically what I did last night was we bound the mouse to the center, and based on the mouse's position relative to the center, we'll always be able to move this like arrow around the player. The other option was to have the arrow move around based on the mouse's position relative to the player's global position. It works. Someone mentioned that maybe it would be better if it was based on the center, but I actually find it harder to do it based on the center. So I'm not sure which one I'm gonna end up with. What I think I'm gonna do eventually is have an option for the player to pick whichever one they want. So if they want to use this one, or if they want to do one that's based around the player's global position, we could do that. If that's the case, then there's going to be a mouse visible in the game. Right now there's no mouse visible in the game, but we could always make that happen. Also, I need to make sure that in the escape menu, when that happens, we need to make sure that we don't hide the mouse, like we show the mouse again. But yeah, for now let's keep working with this type of movement. I still need to fix how it grabs the rotation. So right now, let's see how it's done. Oh, it's also very ugly. I did this last night, and I think I was so tired. I was just like rushing to get this done. So like, it's very, very inefficient in my opinion. But maybe we'll fix that today. So I'll try explaining what I did. I had some help from Chev. He gave me some code examples of how it worked. But here's what we did. We grabbed our mouse position. So let me comment this out. We grab our mouse position. This is on the resolution of our screen. So like, usually our window size is what? Let's see, 960 by 540. And then we set our rotation to equal. Basically, we just compare it to the center of our screen, and then we get the direction too, and then we set that as an angle, and we lerp that at angle. So there's a little bit of a delay, mainly because it looks too ugly. We only have like 50 pixels, like a 50 pixel radius around the center of the screen. So if you move it too fast, it starts to jitter. So I slowed it down a bit. And basically, what we do is just to bound it to that radius. If it's greater than X, if it's greater than that boundary, we just set it to the boundary. Actually, what we should have done, and we should do maybe +1 or something. Actually, not sure, because it'll keep running, I guess, but it's not a huge deal. I mean, we could say just +1, maybe that'll fix it. But I wonder if that'll mess with the. It's working right now. I'm not gonna mess with it. So let's see. Oh no, it's fine the way it is. I'm just a little slow today. And then if window, okay, so we can get rid of this. Basically, if we left click, we get the dash direction. Right now, I base it on the rotation, and I set the originally what I thought was the rotation was in between -pi and pi, like that's the full 360, but it actually keeps adding over and over. So we should make it more consistent, and the way we're gonna make it more consistent, instead of doing it based on the rotation, we're just gonna do it based on the vector that the player is in. Or the vector that your mouse is in. I think that would be better, unless we somehow fixed the rotation to like only go, like right now I'm setting it to from 0 to 2 pi. But yeah, I feel like the direction of the mouse might be better. I'm not sure just yet. And I'm also wondering, let me see. If there's a way to keep our, if there's a way to keep our rotation, go keep rotation in 2 pi. Let's see. Because otherwise our rotation just like goes crazy. I wonder if they have a way to go about it. Oh, okay. Not there multiple. Okay. There is a way to do it. Hopefully this works. So instead of saying, like right now, I was doing this because I was under the assumption that it was just going to -2 pi, but nope. What we're gonna say instead is just, we could say rotation over here. I wonder where we should do it. Maybe here. That'd be fine right there. And yeah, let's just print the rotation here and see what that does. I have so many things printing. Let me just. Okay. Let me just bring this up a bit. Okay, rotation on click is still negative. -0.7, yeah. And then if we keep rotating it. Hey, how's it going, Shrimritos? Alright, so it actually is working. It's going from... Wait a second. Here, let's just spam it. How's it going? It's going well. I think we're making a lot of progress, but it is a little stressful because I'm like, oh man, like I'm just adding this. Okay, so we're going. Okay, so the only issue at the moment is that we are going into the negative. So this is negative pi. Negative, like we go all the way up to -2 pi, and I guess that's our main issue. We don't really need to go into -2 pi. -0, 0. I guess what we could do, originally what we did is if pi was negative, we just added 2 pi to it. I guess maybe we could keep that the way it is. I wish I didn't delete that. So wait, let's go back here. And thankfully we didn't. So if rotation is less than 0, then we set rotation plus 2 times pi, and our else our raw dash direction is rotation. Okay. So this should work. Let's see if our dash works properly now. So yeah, it is a little. Wait. It's still negative. What we'll do here. There must be something wrong here. This is why we might grab the mouse direction instead, just because maybe I'll get a better result here. I mean, we do have our boundary set up correctly, but maybe this if statement is wrong. Let me just make sure of something. Let's print this out before. So I'm gonna get rid of this, and when we click, I'm gonna print this raw dash direction. How's it going with you, Shimrido? Okay. So dashing up is fine, dashing left, dashing down. It's every direction is fine except this upper right corner. So wait, let's see what this is. Okay, let's see what that was. Raw dash direction is 5.4. You know what might help? If I did this in rotation degrees, it would help me understand, because like working with pi is so difficult because it's not telling me in terms of pi, it's telling me in terms of like 3.14 times whatever. So it's a little confusing, but 5.4, let me see, calculator, 5.4 divided by 3.14 is 1.7. So that's, let's see. Yeah, let's just do this in degrees instead. So let's see. Oh, but then we would have to fix. Let's try this. Var boundaries degrees. Hey, how's it going, Blackwood? Was this another raid, or is this just a normal visit? I won't know until I check my Twitch. Okay, good. Can't catch me off guard. So yeah, a demo was supposed to come out yesterday, actually, but the day before I had someone playtest my game, and it like made me realize like, hey, I need to fix some stuff here. Mainly with keyboard and mouse, or keyboard. Like originally, what we did was, you would control your character with the arrow keys, and based on your arrow key input, you would dash around. But now what I'm trying to do is make it based on. Well, I'm gonna allow the player to use their mouse instead to pick their dash direction. So we created like this arrow here. So I mean, if you're using a controller, I still think it's easier to use a controller, but this might make it easier for keyboard and mouse. So like, you can click in the direction that you want to dash. And I found it a lot easier. You could also grab with the right click. I think it'll be a lot easier for like people to do that. Instead of using the, pressing up arrow key and then left arrow key at the same time to dash left or up left. So yeah, that's what we're doing right now. And yesterday, we had it based on the player's global position, but now what we're doing it's based on the player's, or on the center mouse. So here, I won't hide this, and I'll show you what it kind of looks like now. We have like this radius on the player. So you can see, this is my mouse, and it's bound to like this little circle here. I mean, it jitters all around, but yeah, it's bound to this like little circle, and yeah, this kind of determines where you're gonna dash. I'm gonna have two options. So this is based on the center of the screen, and then the other option is to be based on the player's global position. So where your mouse is compared to the player is going to determine where this arrow that's following the player is going to be. But for now, we're gonna do it based on the center. It's still a little buggy because like right now, I can't dash I can dash up, I can dash this way, I can dash down, I can dash this and this way. But for some reason, the upper right hand corner doesn't work. So it must be, let me see. Honestly, maybe we don't have to switch into degrees. Maybe I'm just having an issue figuring out these pi values. So there's 0, then there's 45 degrees, then this should be 90 degrees, then this is 180. Oh wait, do we have... Then we have pi minus 45, that's 180. 180 minus 45, that's 135. Then we have pi, then we have pi plus 45, then pi plus 90. Oh! I think, wait. Is there another value that we need? There should be 8. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, yeah, we have all the values, but for some reason in our if statement, when we're iterating through it, we're not getting the upper right hand corner, which is the final one, which is, I guess it's this right here. Oh wait, no, it's this right here, I believe. Pi plus 45, that's that angle. Then it's pi plus 90. Oh, yeah, I think we are missing a value. It has to be, whatever's in between these two values, which is what, pi plus 90 plus, I know there's like actual, what is it, like, you know, like 5 pi divided by 3, but I don't know those values right now, so I'm just like adding pi divided by 4. That's 45 degrees. So this is 90 plus 45. Alright, I think it should work now. Maybe we can ignore these boundary degrees. Let's see. No! Alright, we're just gonna do it in degrees. So it's 0, 45, 90, 90 plus 45, it's 135, then 180, then 180 plus 45, 225, then 270, then 315, and then 360. Is that the same here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, we got it right. On 360, I guess maybe that's our issue, because at 360 it's technically 0, So maybe it's closer to 0 at that point. So maybe that's... That's our issue. Let's do this. Print. Rotation degrees. And let's print this out and see what that looks like. So currently our rotation degrees is negative 44, but I mean, that's technically correct, but we want to make sure we update that. So let's go back here, and what I'm going to do, let's try this. And for now, let's actually remove printing our boundary so we're not getting spammed here. Hey, how's it going, Skull? My day just started, so I'll let you know over the course of the day. So rotation degree is 315 or 309. 309 is closer to 320, but we're not dashing to 320. Or let's make sure that this value is actually 320. So, I mean, it should be 180 plus 90. Let's see, 180 plus 90 plus 40. Oh, it's 315. Okay, yeah, it should be. We should be close to 315, and that's what our boundaries right here checks. It checks what our closest distance is, and it should be raw dash direction. Closest distance is equal to boundary. We're setting our raw dash direction to our closest distance. Let's print. I guess we'll print our closest distance. Closest distance. It is currently 12:19 p.m. I did go to sleep pretty late. I woke up at like 10, but I stayed in bed until like 11:30. All right, so our closest distance is 0.78. Let's print that in degrees so I can see. Let's see. Let's just say. For now, let's just say rotation is equal to Alright, our closest distance is 22, apparently. And that's... Okay, wait, if we do this... It's saying our closest distance is 6 degrees? That doesn't make any sense. Oh no, wait. Oh wait, no, we wanted, oh, whoops, we wanted this, closest direction, whoops. There we go. Okay, closest distance is 270, then over here, it's still 270. So it either gets bound to this side right here or this side right here, and I guess for this little section right here, yeah, it's a little weird. The dash icon, what I'm thinking to do actually is maybe not have it be pixel art, because you can see, like, you know, as we're rotating it, it's kind of like, I don't know, it looks weird sometimes. Like, if we have it at this 45-degree angle, I mean, what we could do actually is just set a new sprite for each of these directions. So, I mean, yeah, we could keep the pixel art style, but, you know, if it's above, you know, if it's in this little section here, we could change the pixel art for it. But yeah. So how would we get it? You know, it's strange because it works here, it works here, it works here, but for this upper right-hand corner, it's always closest to 0 or something like that. So let me think. Doesn't make sense why it's closest to it though. Our boundary is 270. 270 minus our raw dash direction, which is right now, like, let's say it's 273. 270 minus like 271. Oh wait, no, not 270. 315. Wait a second. Let's try this again. Yeah, maybe I'm just too critical about it. It does look fine, but, you know, it could be better. It could always be better. Yeah, we are going to hide it. I was just showing it to show how it works. But yeah, it will be hidden. So yeah, if I restart it now, it will be hidden. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, 270. How do we get this? How do we bound ourselves to? I mean, not 270. 315. 315 is our, like, that window. If it's 316, somehow it's either rounding to, yeah. If it's 316, it's rounding to 360, and if it's 269, it rounds to 270. So we're iterating through our boundaries, and we're grabbing. Basically, these are all of our boundaries. These values right here. This value right here is 315, and when we compare the two, if our boundary minus our raw dash direction is less than our closest distance, then we set our closest direction to the boundary, and then we set that closest distance equal to this absolute value. And everything is positive. There's something I'm missing here. It's 12:21 in Bangladesh. I see. Oh, keeping the mouse pointer. I think it'd be hard for someone to know where their dash is going to be. We'll see. What I plan on doing, you know what's weird, is that you have the opposite opinion of someone else who said that, like, I'm getting varying responses towards this. So I don't, like, me personally, I find the dash works best relative to the player's global position, and then someone thought it might be better to just center it and have it relative to the screen center. So yeah, I'm getting all of these like, what is it like? Yeah, just feedback, and yeah, they're all different. So I need to figure out which one to do. All right, sounds good, 898. Get some of that studying done. Yeah, so what I think I'm going to do is, after I implement the center one, eventually what I want to do is just give an option for everything. So like whatever works for the player, I'm going to put it in the settings, and they can manipulate however they want their movement to work. I feel like I'm always going to use a controller because I think it works best with a controller, but who knows? Speedrunners in Celeste like using a keyboard, which I find so hard to do. Yeah, basically there's going to be a bunch of settings, so we could, yeah. But why are we... I just need to figure out why it's not... Like, if I write it in degrees, maybe we could figure this out easier. I'd have to rewrite all of this though. We could also slow down everything and figure out why it's not 270. Boundary. So wait, let me bring out the calculator. So if it's 315 and we're at 316, let me make sure we're actually at 316. So okay, our rotation degrees, when we dash, let's do this again. When we dash like that, our rotation degrees is, oh, it's 280. So our closest distance is technically, it is 270. And then if we do it here, our rotation degrees is 354. And then, wait, let me see something. Let me bring up our... Bring this up a bit. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me try this one more time. Upper right hand corner. Our rotation degrees is 348, so our closest distance is 316. But what about, is it actually? So 348, let's see. 348 minus 315. Oh wait, oops. 348 minus 315 is 33. And then, oh yeah, 360 minus 348 is 12. So yeah, it is technically closer. Is 315 not the correct angle? Let me see. Let's see. So hard to tell. Okay. So this is 0 at 315. 315. Yeah, this is 315. Okay. Yeah, so I had someone tell me they prefer it on the center of the screen. But I've played both, and for me personally, it's worked when it's relative to the player. I don't know, maybe like I've played this game so much, so like it was just easier for me. But yeah, going into it, it might be easier for someone else. So yeah, we're having an issue with 315. If we're at, let me run this one more time. Let me clear. You know what's annoying is that every time I have to. Okay. So it's saying our rotation degrees is 280, which doesn't make sense. Like this looks like 315 to me. So are we setting up, maybe we're setting up our angles incorrectly. $354. What's this? 359. 0. 44. This is 44, yeah. So we're dashing downwards. Then this is close to 90, so it's 90. Then this is close to 130. 130. This is close to 180. This is, oh wow, we got exactly to 225. Oh wait, no. This should be 180. Yeah, it's close to 180. Then this is close to 225. 270. Yeah, and then 304. $313. Okay. You know what I think is happening here? Okay, so right here, our rotation degrees is 315, but then our closest distance is 270. It should be 315. Why? Yeah, I want to include both. It's hard to include both. Like if I want to release it today, it's going to be hard to include both, but we'll try. I'm going to try my best. If we can figure out this whole 315 angle, why it's not working. Here, wait. Maybe I'm just, right, pi. This is 180 plus 45. Wait. Let's do this. Uh, 315 in radians is what? Seven pi divided by 4. Oh my god, I'm just, okay. We were just getting our values wrong. There we go. Hey, how's it going, Zombie? All right, so yeah, it's. Let me see how hard. Like I personally, I was trying this yesterday and I was struggling, but let's see, maybe. Okay, and so now we are bound to like originally when I first made this last night or yesterday, it wasn't that consistent. Or like we basically grabbed the raw dash direction and the player was able to dash in any direction they wanted. Now they're only bound to 8 directions, similar to how it is on the controller. Whoop. What's next? So I do have a bunch of bugs that I could fix, or we can. Wait, let's see if it's possible to beat the game. Like, I mean, if you could beat this level, then it's probably fine. I still think it's kind of hard. Let's see, or maybe I'm just not good at it yet. But this is perfect because then this would represent how people would play the game. Oh fuck. Yeah, it's so hard for me to get this to. It's hard for me to get the player to dash upwards when I'm like, follow. Oh my god. Yeah, so this is why I like it to be relative to the player, because I could see where the mouse is. Maybe we just need to fix the. Yeah, we're turning too much. Here, let me try increasing these boundaries. So let's try maybe 100 pixels. Yeah, dashing left and right I think is pretty easy. Diagonals might be harder, or like switching from a horizontal dash to a vertical dash I think is going to be the hardest. Because we go, whoa. Or yeah, maybe it was just the fact that our boundaries were so low. I think this is easier now. Oh, it's still kind of hard for me, at least. Yeah, it was just the. Maybe it just takes some getting used to. Another thing we could do is if people are using the mouse, maybe we could give them more of a time delay. Because right now I think our time delay is 45 seconds. No, sorry, 0.2 seconds. So if you have more time to think between dashes or more time to like switch your angle, that might make it easier. Yeah, maybe we'll slow down the game a bit. Let me try increasing these boundaries a bit. I'll try doing 150 maybe. So you might notice I'm like dashing downwards a lot. Also, another thing we could try doing is maybe making a, you know, like how on FPSs for like console, they usually have what's it called, like aim assist. Usually you're aiming to dash at a specific object. I think that'd be harder though. It's possible. I mean, I am technically beating the game here with these controls, and I think eventually you'll get a hang for it. Oh, what we do need to do. Okay, so yeah, there's one slight bug I think with using this. I think right now we need to make sure our dash direction is like right now. Here, let me try. Yeah, I can't dash upwards, and I think it's because for our zipline state, what we do is we check for dash input rather or movement input rather than mouse input. So we'll have to fix that. But yeah, it's not the worst thing. I mean, yeah, you can see here I am. Oh, we won't be able to beat this part because I literally need to dash out. But yeah, we'll keep it the way it is for now. And then, if we have enough time today, I will add options for like, basically rewriting this, but we'll keep like the mouse visible, and it'll be based on the player's global position instead, because that's what worked for me better. But yeah, who knows how other people might react. Yeah, aim assist would be kind of hard to figure out because like we're also using like to get all of these values, I have to grab like the window size, then I have to grab the viewport, and it's like it's very strange. So I definitely will not be doing that today. It would definitely be possible though. Yeah, I'll get more feedback when people test it. So yeah, 2 days ago I had someone play test it, and we didn't have the mouse controls, and I saw that they were struggling. That's why I added this. And then yesterday I had someone else play test it, and it was based on the player's global position, and they were complaining about the fact that the mouse was very distracting, and having it based on the global position was hard for them. So now it's centered. All you have to focus on is the arrow around the player. So yeah. So let's look at our list of things we need to do. So right now in the dash state, when the player, if there's a spike above the player and you're in the dash state, you don't die. And then, yeah, this is another bug with our one-way spikes. I don't think we're gonna fix this today, but there's only one room that actually has this, so I just worked around it. Having to dash into the zip lines. Okay, so yeah, someone suggested that instead of having to dash into the zip line, if you just hit the zip line, you'll automatically hit it. And we did add the bounce to the portal, so we can get rid of that. And then picking a movement type. Right now, let me just see what it looks like if we were to run this game. And I have my controller on. I mean, we're still gonna have that arrow there. So I guess at the start of the game and in the menu, I should have an option to say like, hey, Whoa. So the B button for me is not working. I'm assuming it's because of our player mouse direction indicator. Let's see what's going on there. This is like, I guess this is overriding our dash right now. Let me see. In our dash. How do we do this? This is in our state logic, I believe. Or no, let's look at our input logic really quick. See if anything got overridden here. Yeah, I think I know what we did. So we said if left click, basically activate input is equal to true. Technically, there's no left click right now, so we're setting our activate input equal to false. So, I mean, what we could do right now is just grab this and say in the dash button, which is where? Yeah, in our activate, we could say or. I don't know if it... Yeah, we'll do this right now. I don't know. We're gonna have to figure out some better controller logic, but for now, let's just leave it like this. So we'll do or input left click, and then we can get rid of... I guess we could leave... Here, I got an idea. Oh, you know what else we could have done? We could just set left click to activate instead. And then leave left... No, we would still need left click. Okay, so let me get rid of this here. Actually... see if that fixes it. This will be pretty temporarily. Yeah, thanks for the reminders, Amphi. Yeah, I know the feedback will help. It's just, yeah, I guess you're gonna be the most critical person about yourself, right? So I'm trying to get everything, like, I'd rather solve the issue before it becomes an issue. Like, I'd rather fix the feedback before I get the feedback. Because I know what the issue is. And I'd rather get feedback based on things that are... like, I want feedback on things that I don't know rather than things that I do know. So yeah, I think this works fine. Obviously, if there's input from the Xbox controller, we should get rid of this arrow here. But yeah, this is fine. Alright, so the next thing is to make sure that in our zipline state... wait, let's do this. Yeah, in our zipline state, I think we're grabbing move left input or move right input or something like that. What we'll do is, let's look at... is this in the Wyland state? I'm not sure. Hey, how's it going, British Geek Guy? Oh, it's for the viewers. I feel like people who play my game know that it's gonna be, like, there are gonna be some issues with it. And I honestly would prefer, like, if someone fully critiques my game, I don't want anyone to hold back. I would love, in like, usually people who playtest my games are, like, other game devs, so they see the amount of work that goes into it, and they're like, "Wow, this is awesome." But you know, there are going to be a lot of people that aren't game devs who play my game, and you know, I need to hear what they say, you know, because you know, most people aren't game devs. So in our zipline state, wait, let me see. Let's just look for like move left input. Exactly. I need more people to say, hey, your game is trash. What is this? This is in our dash state. Okay, so what we do in, I guess this is the zipline state. If our previous state was the zipline, we grab the move left state, or like whatever this is. But what we should do is check if there was left click input. So if left click input, or let's do this. If not left click input, we should put all of this in here. And then we'll need something to handle left click input. Else, let's see. Hey, how's it going, JR? Welcome. Our left click input, let's see what that is. Left click input for our dash is, yeah, so we want to grab this here. And that should be it, I'm pretty sure. So let's bring our player to that room and see if it works. Yeah, there we go. Seems a little slow, actually. Alright, I'm just tripping. Yeah, we got it. Okay. What other bugs do we need to fix? So this was for our dash. Let's just... Oh, nice. 2000 setup. What OS is it on? I guess we could cross this out. Oh, let's figure out what's happening with the dash. I don't know why we're not dying here. I guess it has to do with maybe our fudge, because we are moving the player out from the position, but who knows? Who knows what's happening there? So yeah, like if I were to dash in this direction, you might see, oh, wait. Let's bring ourselves to a room that has like a spike right above it. So yeah, you'll see that we're not dying right here. should be detecting our hitbox, but it's not. Let's go here. Handle area entered. So if we're not in the zipline state and we're not invincible, we technically add this to our queue. And if our body collision normal, it might have to do with this. Let's print this out. Print. So, so our normal is usually vector 2 dot down, or maybe we have our let me look at our spike. Oops. Enemy direction to player is 0, so it's 0 1, which is correct. So then this right here, whatever is 0 1 in our player. This is 0 1. Zero 1 is not printing. If enemy direction to player dot y is greater than 0. It is greater than 0. Vector 2 dot down. And then body collision. Let's print this body collision normal. So this is what? Let me see. You know, it could be, maybe we rotated it incorrectly. So this is what? Let's go back to that room. Which one was it? Right here? Well, it's all of them. So yeah, we might have just set this value incorrectly. If it's 180 degrees, we start out at 0. It might be... Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, our collision normal is 0 0 right there. So here, wait, maybe it's just rounding to 179. It's not 179. So it might be 181. It wouldn't make sense for it to be 181 though. It should either be 180 or 179. Let's try this again. Hey, how's it going, Bloody Victor? The other spike is much closer though. It doesn't really matter which spike it hits. Yeah, so there we go. So I guess it is bouncing up to 181. I don't know why. Let me see. In the room, we have the rotation degree set to 180. It does round from time to time. So like if we were to print this out here. So this is our collision normal. If we print So Bloody, we are just polishing some stuff up. Yeah, so it says 179. Let me just make sure. Body dot rotation is equal to 179. Let me just look at all of these other values. Then we have so many things printing, it's so hard to keep track. Yeah, it's usually 179. It's 179.99999, whatever. So like, yeah, it's never exactly 180. And since, I mean, we could, instead of saying int for our spikes, we could say round it to like the nearest int. But whatever, we got it to work. I don't think we need 181. Maybe I just didn't save it. That's why it didn't run properly. Will the demo be released on? Yeah, it'll be released on itch. I don't think I'm gonna release it on. It won't be on Steam until the Kickstarter. So yeah, we got. I think did we just solve all of our bugs? So dash, this is done. Having to dashing into the right now we dash into the zipline, but I think we'll just do it based on if we hit it. There is one issue with this though, and that's if we dash out from a zipline, we need to make sure that there is a timer that doesn't allow us to dash into it automatically, like right away. But if you do dash, that's when it would like force it to happen again. Well, we'll see. We'll have to mess with what exactly is happening there. No, you got into the first level with springs this time? Oh my god. Yeah, it should be a lot easier this time around. I assume you used the keyboard, right? Alright, what were we trying to do? Okay, yeah, this is in our activate node function, I believe. So for our zipline, if teleporting is equal to false, can teleport, and state is equal to dash or activate input or neutral, then we dash into it. Right now, let's try, I guess, maybe commenting all of this out. Now let's see how that looks. I see, yeah. Oh! Okay, so something happened weird. So we could dash out. We just jumped into it. So right now, dashing out. I can't tell. I guess we don't, at the moment, we don't have too many rooms that have it so that you need to go back into the orb, but I know in the future we will, so I want to make sure it's not too buggy. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna try it with my Xbox controller. I'm waiting for that to turn on. And yeah, I think what we're gonna do is I think after this, since we're done with all of our bugs, if someone is using, whoa, what is happening here? If someone is using a keyboard, I think we're going to increase the dash delay. So you'll be suspended in air for a longer period of time, but what we would have to do for that is actually pause the game. Not pause the game, but like slow down the game. so that the timing is correct. Or we could leave it the way it is. It's not the worst thing in the world. You just need to get used to it. Oh, look at that. You don't even have to go through the portal to catch it. Oh, and another thing that we want to make sure of is that we show the arrow. Right now what we're doing for our player is we're hiding the entire player, but we should just hide the sprite of the player. That way you can still see the arrow. So you know which direction you're going into. And I think what we're also going to do is if you dash into a direction that follows the direction of the orb, you won't dash. Oh, you know, it's kind of strange here. Wait, we do see the, I guess we do hide the arrow. I just couldn't see it for some reason. Alright, that's it. Have you thought about adding a troll level where you have to dash through a fake spike? That's a pretty good idea, actually. I do plan on adding like secret rooms and all of that. I just haven't had the chance to. But for the demo, like for the Kickstarter demo, I definitely want to add secrets and collectibles and stuff like that. Alright, so we got this done. I guess the next thing to do is handle all the controller settings. So right now, if you go into controls, it just tells you the key bindings. Should I create? I don't know if I should create a UI today, or maybe like a starting scene that says like, "Hey, you know, pick which input you want." Let me see. Let me see if there's something on Godot that already, if there's like something open sourced about that. Godot select controller settings. So we could do this if event input joy button, but we would also need to check if it's like, oh, joypad button, or if it's a joypad motion. So I guess this is like the So they said this might work, so we might just do that. maybe we won't have a setting for it. We'll just run this. I don't know if it's important to put this maybe like all the time. It would be running all the time, but it's not. It's also like not heavy on the game, so we could put this in controller logic. Or maybe we'll create another function for this. Using keyboard is usually going to be true, I think, for most people. So we are just going to hack this. What I think we're going to do... wait, what is this? How do we want to run this? Is the demo coming out? Yeah, it should come out today. It really depends on the game. So FPSs is a keyboard and mouse. Most games are keyboard and mouse. I prefer to play like platformers and stuff like that on controller, or like what's it? Games like Dark Souls are also good with controller, or like God of War is good with controller. So yeah, it really just depends on the game. Usually like 3D games are good with controller, or like third person games or like fighting games are good with controller. Everything else is keyboard and mouse. Why isn't this working? Have I heard that Godot will create the Godot Foundation? What is that? What is the Godot Foundation? Wave of Nostalgia. I'm going to play a game I used to play in 2014 when I was 5. What's that game called? Or did I? The... Oh, Age of Empires. Cool, cool. So yeah, does anyone know why input is not being ran here? Do we have to put it in like I assumed input, this usually runs whenever there's input ran, or like whenever there's input from the player. We have to put func input into our... No, usually it just detects it, right? in the topmost node. I mean, I guess we could try putting this into our like main node, but I wonder why it's not working in our player node. Here, let's do this. Try putting it into our main scene here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it is working here. It just for some reason didn't work in our player function, or in our player class. I'm gonna try one more time putting it maybe higher up in our player. I don't know why. Maybe it does have to be like it was just hidden. We'll just put it right here. See what happens. All right, yeah, we'll just put it in our main scene. And I guess we'll have our, I wonder if we could put this in our level manager. No, we'll just put it in our main scene. Let's do this. And I guess we'll make this this using keyboard variable. We'll put this in our level manager. We could also just say player dot index using keyboard is nil with value type bool. What did we do in our player? Bar using keyboard is equal to true. No, this should work. Alright, so we're using a keyboard, and then if we press B here, oops. Not using keyboard. I want to see if just dashing, so it's any button, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so what we'll do for now is, if not using keyboard, we'll just say to hide. We also need to make sure that we fix the input from our mouse here. The DVD drive in your system is only being detected as a CD drive. Interesting. It's like the Blender Foundation. I think it means that Godot can be better. If Godot will update as like the Blender, it will be the best. That's pretty cool. I'm excited for Godot. Godot's been growing, like, it seems like almost at like an exponential rate. It's kind of great. Exponential rate. It seems kind of great, you know? Considering it's like relatively new compared to other engines, you know, it's very exciting. It makes me like, sometimes I wonder like, hey, am I using the right engine? And then I see all this news about Godot and it makes me excited. So player node, honestly what we could do is in this function here is we could also check, or we could just set if using keyboard is false, we could also just say whatever the player nodes, what is it? the mouse position indicator, we could just say it's equal to dot visible is equal to false. And I think we already have a reference to it. Let me see, mouse position. Oh, maybe we don't. Oh yeah, we don't just yet. Okay, so let's make a variable for that really quick. I think we put it all the way down here. Just get mouse position. So we'll say mouse position indicator is equal to mouse position indicator. And what we're gonna want to do is for our mouse, I guess we could put all of this code in here. Basically what we'll say is hide. We want to make sure that it's hidden when it's active and confined when it's active, and if it's not active, we make sure that it's not hidden and not confined. So I guess what we'll do is we'll make another function called confine mouse, and we'll say confine. So if set confine, we'll set this to true, and then else. What is it? Visible. And is there a not confined? How do we do that? Input. Mouse mode. Yeah, technically we don't need to confine it. But how would you get rid of confine? Let's see if it still works. The reason why we don't need to confine it is because when we are running it, we're always manipulating its position anyway, so it's always going to be in the center. Unless maybe you you could technically click out of it. Let's see. Actually, yeah, we should keep it confined. It's not that big of a deal. Just leaving the menu will be hard, but that's fine. Never leave my game. Alright, so mouse mode hidden is false here. And then what we want to do is when the main menu is up, or when the options menu is up, we want to make sure that it's not hidden again. Okay, so let's see. This is in our main scene, I believe. So maybe we want to make a function for this. We could say player node dot. Wait, I'll be right back. I have to use the bathroom. So either we could set this variable to equal false here, or maybe we could have our player run a script instead. And what that script will do is set it to false, but it'll also talk to our player to set these confines. I think that's probably best. Find out. So get mouse position, we don't run this here anymore. So let's do func set we'll do func using keyboard. So we're using the keyboard, we can find the mouse, otherwise we don't. But this is also going to happen when we enter or exit the main menu, or the options menu, or the pause menu, whatever. So let's just make sure that also, when this happens, hidden, we want to make sure if it is visible that we hide this. So visible is equal to true. Mouse mode true. Actually, yeah, we'll leave it like that. And visible equal to false. Oh wait, no. Visible is true here and false on the other one. Yeah, it right now with how I'm coding it, it'll auto switch. Okay, so confine mouse is set to that, and then in our main scene, instead of saying player node dot using keyboard, we'll say player node dot set controls UI. Let me check. So we still have to handle the if we open the menu. We won't do that just yet. Let's just see if it works. Run our game. Get mouse position. Oh, let's remove that. Okay, so we're using input, so we get this, and then if I switch to my controller, it disappears. There we go. That's all we wanted to happen. And then you could see the mouse again. Alright. And then if we were to go into our menu, it disappears again. So what we need to do is I mean, honestly, what we could do is if we do open the menu, just set it to false. It's not a big deal. Whenever, yeah, literally whenever we open the menu, we could just say mouse mode visible. Okay, so it's invisible with our controller, and then with our mouse. Wait, oops. With our controller, it's visible, and then when we open the menu, it's invisible again. Wait, so. Oh my god, this is still... Hey, how's it going, computer crazies? Yeah, we're still working hard on this. And we're very close to releasing the demo. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but we encountered some issues, but it's fine now. But I'm still wondering, why is our mouse invisible here in the menu? Maybe we're not using open menu? Should like turn off the music. It's kind of loud. Oops. Okay, I'll show you how it works. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, opening menu should work. So yeah, so what we did was we implemented the mouse for the dash input. So for people that don't have a controller, I think they'll have a better time using the mouse rather than the keyboard for their dash. So originally, you had to use the arrow keys, and you could still use the arrow keys if you wanted to, but now you can use your mouse. Oh, and technically we should have some input for whether or not they're using their mouse, but I'm not going to do that today. Yeah, so I mean, if you are used to W and D, go right ahead. But I think like from playtests, like from me seeing other people play the game, everyone struggles using WD. Or I mean, if you use arrow keys instead, pressing up arrow and left and right arrow at the same time is very difficult. Like, I guess people don't have the muscle memory involved with that. I think it's a lot easier to use an analog. Like if you've never played a platformer before, they probably want to use an arrow. A joystick, an analog stick, or a D-pad. It's pretty easy with the D-pad. I prefer the D-pad, but I think most people would prefer the analog stick. But the thing is, most people don't have most people don't even have a controller if they're playing on PC. So we want to make the keyboard experience a little bit more fun or easier. Anyone who has played Ninja Gaiden can use a keyboard. I had it for the Xbox, personally. But I was pretty young when I got it. I think I remember trying to beat it and I couldn't. Like the first boss, he wasn't even the first boss. He was like your trainer. The guy with the nunchucks. I remember I couldn't even beat him. I had to ask my dad to beat him, and then you get to the next level and it's like those samurai dudes, and I after that point I was like, I remember I would always replay the game, get up to that point, and then just quit and just like mess around. But yeah, I was pretty young, so I'm sure I remember it being like, I remember looking at the back of like the case, the game case, and I saw all these cool, like there was like a tank, and I saw the new outfit he gets, and like I never got to experience that, but I would like fantasize about what it would look like. So for some reason setting our mouse mode to visible here doesn't work. I don't know why. Let me see something. Yeah, like... Oh, you know what's happening? We're on this input event. The second we press escape, we're using our keyboard again. So this is running right afterwards. So we need to make sure that we're not in the menu. What could we do? What could we do? What could we do? What could we do? We could say if it's invisible or if it is visible. I don't know. I don't want to put too many if statements in here, so... So yeah, the reason is why is because we're setting controls UI to false, and this function basically hides the mouse again. And it checks if you're using a keyboard, it hides the mouse. But then we're going into the main menu, and then we're setting it to visible, but this is still running in the menu. We could check if the menu is open here, but it feels weird to always check if the menu is open just for this input. So I mean, it is inefficient, and I think it'll work, but I'm trying to think if there's a better way to go about it. All right, yeah, I'll just put the check then. So we'll just check if it's visible, and what I will do is just create a reference to this. Oh, we do UI canvas right there, but we want the options menu. So let's go into our UI canvas, get a yeah, it's this options menu right here. So let's just say unready. And I guess we could put it here, like we don't have to check it all the time. If UI, no, we'll just put it up here. If UI canvas dot, what was it? What did we call it? Options menu node. There we go. Okay, so and then we restart, and then our mouse is gone. Go to controls, go back here. Cool. So I think that's everything we wanted to get done for our demo. I'm trying to see. Having to dash into zipline is automatic. Pick a movement type. We don't really need this just yet. Yeah, I think that's it. I guess I should playtest the game. I'm trying to think. I mean, we could just keep adding some more like quality of life stuff. So like, I do need to update the controls, and it would be nice to give the player the option to like configure their key bindings if they want to. But I feel like that'll take like a day for me to get working, and I don't want to do that today. Yeah, we could also just put it right here too, inside of this if statement. But I think this code is probably going to change. I plan on refactoring everything. Like after I release this demo, after I release this demo, I'm probably going to update, like make the key bindings option, maybe update the world a bit, like in terms of art and stuff. Is the demo going to be on Steam? Eventually, yes, but the demo that I'm going to release today is going to be on itch. You're mostly in Construct and Unity? Yeah, yeah, it's literally, I mean, it's a variable already built into the class. But yeah. You could add like, active or something, but yeah, it already exists, so I thought, hey, why not? Let's just use visible. Let me think. I could just release it now. The game is fully functional at this point. There aren't any bugs that I noticed. Oh, there are some issues with the level design. Okay, so yeah, there's one other bug, and I should write this down in case I don't do it today. Jumping into next room. What we should do, basically what I do with these collision boxes is, you can see there's a raycast right here. It checks if there's another blue box next to it. And I guess it doesn't run anything just yet, but what we should do is if there's another box next to it, we should there's another raycast right above, and this raycast basically just determines the size of this blue box, because right now it's only like 2 pixels or 2 tiles high. We want it to be, the height of this. And it does happen when we enter this room, but if we were to jump over to the next room, it hasn't created that size just yet. And I mean, that's why we created these raycasts to check for that. I just didn't do it. I just didn't run that function in these room switchers here. So let me just see. Hopefully it's not too difficult. I mean, we already have the raycasts here, so what we do is get ceiling, and then we just want to run get ceiling on our adjacent rooms. So for check adjacent rooms, let me see where we could run this. Also OCD, so I would go and make a game and wind up with a menu designer or a level editor. Yeah, so I was in that phase too earlier on. I tried making a level editor, and it was pretty cool, but like honestly, I wouldn't be nearly as far as I am right now. How many areas do I have going on? So right now, in total, I had like 3 chapters originally made. But now I'm like, for the demo, I basically like scraped all of my favorite rooms from each of those chapters and I put them into one. And this is going to be the demo. The demo is just a combination of all of the mechanics that I've made so far. And there's one other mechanic that I don't have in this demo. So if I scroll out, you can see there's like a bunch of rooms here, but these are all old rooms from the first chapter. And right here, these are all the new rooms that I've designed or that I've scraped from other chapters. So yeah, I should probably delete all of these extra rooms because, I mean, they're just useless here. But yeah, there's this cool mechanic that I want to add to the game too. This right here, which is like it's similar to like a jump pad, but it just like pushes you forward and it keeps adding velocity to you. Yeah, that's what I plan on doing. I don't know if I'm gonna add branching paths. Like, I would love to add branching paths, but yeah, that would take a lot of time. But yeah, like zooming out, it looks like it's perfect for that. Like, you know, like yeah, I would love to do that one day, but it's already difficult to make one linear path, you know. But there definitely will be secrets. So like, you know, there might be a hidden room. Like, you know, you go from here to here, but there might be a hidden room right here. Yeah, it does look like a Metroidvania when you zoom out. That's what most people like. If I zoom out and someone has just joined my stream, they're like, "Oh, are you making a Metroidvania?" Nope. If I did make a Metroidvania, it'd probably be, I don't know, but I'd probably make a something like procedurally generated. It would just make my life so much easier, you know? So, yeah, what were we trying to do? I already forgot. Oh yeah, we're gonna fix the checkpoints here. So let me go back here and see what we need to do. So in check for adjacent rooms, if it's colliding, we get the parent and we get the temp node. Temp node dot set light is equal to false, but there's nothing in this temp node that we say to run the get ceiling. So I think all we have to do, I know it's sloppy. I know a lot of this code is sloppy right here, but yeah, we'll just say temp node dot get ceiling, or yeah, dot get ceiling. And that should be it. That should fix it. I hope. So yeah, right now, how the game works, like in certain, if you've ever played Ori and the Blind Forest, you know, you always have to like double back to check if you have like a certain mechanic. Oh, and we got it to work now. So yeah, originally when I would like if I would go up here and dash through, this room wouldn't exist, or we wouldn't be able to show that we jumped through. I want to wait. Let me run this one more time. Let me make sure I just didn't make a mistake there. So yeah, like in Ori and the Blind Forest, you have to go back once you've unlocked a certain mechanic. But what I want to do with this game is like, if you have the skill, you could always unlock it. So like, your first run around, you might not be able to figure out that you can go like that, or or like, this is not probably a good example, but it's yeah, I have a good example here. Just keep going forward. And playtesting with the keyboard and mouse is giving me like a completely new experience. since I usually use the controller. So here the scale is pretty linear, but okay, so for here you could either, I think most people will be able to dash across, but you know, if you're slow, you could probably dash up here, grab this wall, then dash over here. But let me keep going forward. Okay, yeah, so like right here, actually no, this is still not a good example. But yeah, we could put a secret in that upper left corner. And you know, you have to be like skillful enough maybe to like grab this wall, and then maybe there'll be a dash orb. So I don't want to have secrets where you need to unlock a mechanic, but secrets where if you have the skill that you'll eventually learn from like progressing through the game, you'll get the skill to go back, like restart the game and collect all of those, you know, like hidden secrets and stuff. I also had an option for a secret right here. So usually the linear path to get up there is to go through here. And then what I wanted to do is put like a collectible right there on the top left corner, but you can't get through that top left corner here. This is a one-way platform, or like a one-way collision. So what you would have to do is go back here, grab this, but it's kind of hard to get up there. And then collect it, and then this is a one-way, and then you can go over and beat it that way. You wouldn't even give the players the dash and make them earn it. So actually, I did that in the past. That was the original design of the game. You had to like find the dash. I made it so that you could technically beat the game without the dash, but if you want the dash, yeah, you would have to work for it, or you would have to find it. Okay, so there is one other issue with our UI right now, and you might notice if I grab onto this wall, you'll see that it says RT and LT on the top left and top right. That's the grab mechanic. Right now, I'm pressing right click and it's showing, you know, RT. But yeah, I'm pressing right click to actually hold on to this. So we would have to check what input the player is pressing. And show the, like, you know, the appropriate button. That's gonna take some work. I don't think we're gonna do that today. I do have a problem, like, most people don't tend to press the climb button whenever I see them play testing my game. I need to figure out like a better way to, like, you know, to make it obvious that it's a mechanic. It is technically, I think you could technically beat it without it, but I don't know. In future levels, actually no, there are certain levels where it's required to press the grab button. Let's see. I think what we want to do, I'm going to try this out too. In our player state right now, we can't enter the bounce state when we're in the slide or climb. I think we should allow that to happen. And I think it is possible in the, it's also not possible in the idle state. Maybe we want to do it in the idle state as well. So let's do that. Where is idle? Oh, idle's probably on the top. So yeah, if enter bounce, we say bounce, but let's do if in. do that, and let's check for slide. Oh, we have it in the slide. I guess we just don't have it in the climb. There we go. Oh, I shouldn't have restarted the game. Let's push our player forward a bit. Oh, you know what's kind of annoying? We get here. There we go. If you alt-tab, your mouse is still confined. So I guess another thing that we would have to check for is if the player is alt-tabbed. We want to try out these rooms right here. Oh, so we can't just do it directly from the idle state. I guess we're forced into the... Let's get rid of running. Let's get rid of some of these print statements. So we're going from the idle to the bounce, and then immediately into the idle. So yeah, in our bounce state, I guess we're checking for, we do put the player immediately in the idle. I don't think there are too many states where where that's actually possible. Maybe we should create like a timer that says like, hey, you can't enter the idle until the bounce state has like fully finished. Because when we enter the idle state, we basically set motion on the y-axis back to 0. So yeah, you basically just don't move. So let's go into our previous state. What we'll do is, I mean, we could check. I'm trying to think. If we're in the bounce state, yeah, let's do this. If our previous state was idle, we won't be able to switch to the idle. I don't know. We'll try it out. So technically, what's going on here? Technically we're in the bounce state, but nothing has happened. So I guess, wait, let me see. We're setting our motion dot y equals 0 somewhere. If state is equal to idle now. Yeah, so how we currently set, I wonder how we do this, because we are in the, right now we're in the bounce state. We're managing bounce. If in spring, we're saying motion.y is equal to whatever value here. And then while we're in the bounce, let me see, while in state for our bounce, nothing happens. Somewhere in our code, we're setting either motion equal to vector 2.0 or, motion dot y is equal to 0. So it could be that we're in the idle state. When is manage bounce ran? It's happening when we enter state. So when we enter state, we're already running manage bounce, but something. Let's see this. Go into manage bounce again. Wait a second, we are in the idle state when we run managing bounce. So that's our issue. Well, I guess we're running it in, let's see this. Yeah, we're in the idle state. Okay. And in the idle state, gravity is running. So I think we need to figure out a better place to put managing bounce. Because right now, it's happening right before we actually enter the bounce state. I could have sworn manage bounce is ran in bounce. In the bounce state, on the entrance of bounce. Yeah. Let's see. On enter state. Oh, and I mean, what we could do is in gravity, we could say, wait a second. Gravity. the thing that's weird is that when we change our state, gravity, wait, change state. And change state, state is already equal to the new state, so it shouldn't run once we run enter state. So maybe that's not the issue. I don't know. But what is weird is that when we do run enter state, it is saying that when we run manage bounce, it is saying that we're in the idle state. Let me see. Manage bounce again. No, state on manage bounce is bounce. Okay. I'm tripping. Managing bounce. State is bounce. And our motion.y is set to 0. Let me see. Motion.y. So this should run. I have to use the bathroom, guys. So I think I'm gonna just end the stream here, and I'll start another one like in 30 minutes or so. I'll see you.